learning how to stop holding back has probably been one of the most powerful shifts in recent memory, in my entire life maybe. It has created such a profound difference in the way I carry myself, in the way I feel, and the things that I do with my day that people who I have a group that I meet with monthly that it's called the Brilliant Hearts and Minds group, and the differences that they noticed in me over the from from a class or from the time we met a little over a month ago till the time we met just this past Tuesday was huge. It was, and the way that I interacted with the group and the dynamic completely altered because I had cultivated an ability to stop holding myself back, an ability to share myself fully, an ability to, and a willingness really to just share myself and to not hold back. And it created this this just huge surge in the draw that they had to me, in the draw that I created in my ability to offer something to them. That's where the surge was created. I use the analogy of a fire hydrant in terms of holding yourself back. And if you stay bottled up like a fire hydrant all day, and you only come out every once in a while when things are really bad off, and when a building starts on fire, and when you're just boiling over, and that's when you decide to stop holding back, then you're going to shoot out like a fire hose, and you knock people over and blow them out of the way. But if you can find a way to share yourself fully, to share yourself often, to share yourself in a safe way as much as possible, then it's like knocking the hydrant part off of the fire hydrant. It just shoots up like this powerful fountain of water, and it's not scary at all. It's not scary like a fire hose being used to shoot down rioters or anything like that. It's this beautiful fountain of water spouting out from you, and whenever something like that happens, it's like the kids from the neighborhood all come out and play with it. It's just this wonderful invitation to come play, and that's what not holding back has done for me. It's invited people to come into my life and to play and to see the things that I have to offer, and think of things that I wouldn't have thought to do with myself. So many opportunities have come to me because I stopped holding back and I started sharing myself. This class did not come about because I decided that it was time for me to share a class. This class came about because I started sharing myself, and then a wonderful friend of mine said, I think it's time for you to take a class. And so Martina told me, she sent me an email, and I hadn't thought of it. I hadn't thought of sharing myself in the way, but it made sense, and I was ready, and I was ready to start sharing myself. And so this class came about, and then without even telling anybody, I haven't advertised it at all or made a point of letting people know about it, and I've just sort of through a very idiosyncratic word of mouth, there's already been 5 people who've committed to the class, and one of the decisions I made when I stopped holding back was that I was no longer going to do. I'd been a professional poker player for many years, and that was how I made my income, and it was not satisfying to me at all. I had to put in a lot of work to make poker fun enough for me so that it was tolerable, so that I could play and pay the bills. And what became clear to me when I stopped holding back is that I didn't need to do that to myself anymore. That poker may have been the only the thing that I could do while holding back. It may have been the best thing for me to do if I could not share myself. But with the ability to share myself, I discovered that if I could stop holding back, a whole new range of possibilities would open up to me, and I no longer needed to do something that I really didn't want to do if I could find a way to share myself and to give from the overflow that is created when we stop holding back. And so I decided to relaunch a life coaching practice that I was a very brief and not very successful life coach when I first tried launching a practice a couple of years ago. And it wasn't because I was inadequate. It wasn't because I couldn't do the job. I got great feedback. It was because I didn't believe in what I had to share enough. I didn't believe that I could. I didn't believe I could do the marketing. I didn't believe that I could attract the clients to really survive and to really make a living off of it. So I gave it a go, sort of. I kind of half-assed it, and then eventually. Because my plan was always that I was going to succeed at it, and I was going to succeed at it and live the life of my dreams, or I would hit rock bottom, lose everything, and then free myself from anything that was holding me back. And so what I ended up doing was just going into financial descent and eventually coming back to poker. And it wasn't a bad experience at all in terms of returning to poker, although the sort of financial descent, the descent towards rock bottom was very stressful. I wouldn't recommend it, but I wouldn't tell you were doing life wrong if you found yourself on a path where things were getting worse before they got better, because sometimes that happens, and I think we can make the best of those situations. And just sharing myself and sharing kind of how I felt about wanting to start coaching again. I've already gotten 2 unsolicited clients. I haven't even put the material together to start trying to attract people. I haven't sent out any promotional things. And so it's felt like I've been creating this life all along, and when I stopped holding back, it appeared to me. The opportunities that led me to the life I've always wanted to live are just coming up from out of seemingly nowhere, because I stopped holding back and I started sharing myself, and I started getting the help of people who see what I have to offer because I'm no longer holding back, and they want it in their lives, and they want to share it with the world, and they want to help me share it with the world, and so it's beautiful, and I love that, and I want to share that opportunity with you.